Those are, in fact, SRL. Terra Luna 2.0 currently has a larger market cap than Luna Classic, and that trend is expected to continue. What's going on here? Everyone, Terra Luna 2.0 has a market cap of $300 million, and Terra Luna 2.0 has a market cap of $700 million. What an outlandish idea. Let's talk about this for the next 7 days. The past 7 days have been strange. Some tokens have regained their footing, while others continue to decline. The good news is that we're still going strong. So, what are your predictions for the future? Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and I'll be sure to keep you all posted on where we're headed. As of this writing, we're not at all-time highs, but the tokens are expected to survive. The Luna 2.0 is a step down from the Luna Classic. Smash the like button if you're on the same page. The meme currency is superior than Luna Classic, but it's the first time a quant coin has appeared. Just to be clear, the coin did indeed apply for the position. There are no particular perks for delegating, and I have lost more money. There are 2 Earth tokens I'd want to follow, Thorchain Bull and Thorchain Maximalist. Rather than oppose him, I wish to join him. There was a vote on Luna Classic's governance to re-enable delegated authority. It hasn't been reactivated yet. Why is there so much money in the Terra currency? Terra Foundation, I believe, is in charge of this. 700 million market cap is experimenting with no governance or delegation, which implies it would have to make major decisions, right? And this was where the quant came in, because we are finally taking steps. It is wild. Terra Luna Classic wasn't a big deal before, but today people are eagerly anticipating that the proper actions will be taken to encourage others to take the right steps, too. I just thought I'd bring it up. As long as Luna to Luna 2.0 takes precedence over support, that's okay. Let the people decide. If a single body can refuse to implement the outcomes of a governance vote, how can we call it decentralization? When it came to re-enabling delegation, the vote was essentially a vote to allow it. Luna has a monopoly over the ancient neighborhood, because to hyperinflation, they were diluted to death. It costs less than a penny to hold a $1 million position in Luna Classic and Luna. As a result, Luna from the Terra Foundation is able to stay in her shoes. Release of the classic new chain would be impossible because of the lack of fluids. They're attempting to integrate the old community, but they are actually making things worse for everyone. So, in reality, the old Luna community is firmly behind the original design. Those that purchased Luna's dip are considered Luna Classics. Those who were in the secret group and were aware of the hold are still cultivating tens of thousands every day in Luna. When money is involved, people don't care about traditional emissions governance. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not entirely certain of that at the moment. His main point is that people are making millions of dollars. In my opinion, I'd rather it be open, taken over by hostile troops, and blown apart than it be shut down. These decisions neglect a chain that has been taken hostage under the protection of some dude. Like, isn't it truly the quant? Yes, it's the stablecoin. The lone and last answer. We have no say in the matter and have no unique rights. OP should coordinate with validators to enhance the network, according to the government's proposed proposal. Because of this, you are aware that Luna Foundation has no say in the matter. So her $1 million has no actual meaning. It's all worth something. In order to avoid tax network, reopening delegations must be done in a very methodical manner. Terra Rebels white paper, which has been issuing actual updates, has fixed this issue. It's a waste of time not to open delegation at this point. As a result, we may expect to see an increase in the number of customers who are satisfied and opt for option 4 to save delegation. The people want to do it too. With what purpose do they seek to preserve Terra Luna Classic? Because it allows them to actually carry out the scalding process. The same thing occurred to me. To be honest, the community needs Luna Classic to give them the freedom to do whatever they want with their hands. That's why it's important to give back to society. The quant, on the other hand, asserts that we are unable to distribute the token to the community because the alligators are the ones who have kept it confined. Machines are the big alligators in Luna Classic right now, you know, the big players. As a result, we've placed the machinery on hold and are now ready to turn it back on. That's not something we can do because we don't have control over it, the boss says when we suggest it to him. This is why they are telling you to speak with the engineers about reactivating the equipment. The fact that I'm already working on a new project is completely out of my hands. Next time. In a way, this is what is going on, and we're seeing it as if we're still missing something. Because I'm doing a public service, I'm entitled to a good wage. To give the impression that you don't give a damn if the last of the airdrop-worthy Terra protocols are indexed, I'm suggesting that you're in charge of finding a solution to the problem. Airdrops have a bad reputation among residents of this area. Pile 1 was one of the earliest Terran initiatives, and your index was a bit rushed. As a result, there was a great deal of confusion, and the market as a whole fell as a result. What's more, who's footing the bill for Terra 1.0's new features? These so-called venture capitalists are no longer with us. Who is footing the bill for the validator's node operations? They are probably paid in Luna Classic. If that's the case, what are they saying? Then, there's a mistake in the numbers. What is ensuring that the coast is populated by the Nordics? In order to generate the fees, what kind of economic activity must take place? I'm guessing it's going to be a voluntary effort. Terra no longer hosts any protocols. Who else could be the M? If you're the pumping king, then you'll be pumping back the ghost chain. If you're the creating the residential, then you may need a VC for that. Thank you for your understanding if I have misinterpreted the question. When one of the world's largest vaults is breached, an attacker with access to the key chain will gain control of the chain. Because there are so many variables to take into account, it's understandable that they're going slowly. An official white paper, on the other hand, has been produced in opposition to this. Despite the widespread belief that Luna Classic is no longer viable, there's reason to believe that it still has the potential to thrive. And I'm convinced it's true because even at $1, we may see hundreds of millions of dollars wasted. We'd like a Biden CEO to talk about Terra Luna Classic. It's not Terra Luna 2.0 he's talking about, but rather Terra Classic. Sure, if that's what you're looking for, smash it as hard as you can. However, I'll keep you all informed via an additional news item.